Hey guys, so I have another video. I decided to do another reading on Thai actors, still Tay Tawan involved, but I decided to do a relationship reading on Tay and Gun. Tay and Gun are actually my favorite actors from GMMTV, and I decided that I would just do a little reading on their friendship. This was really hard for me to read. I felt like I was kind of blocked intuitively. Usually it's kind of like when I'm reading the cards, the messages flow, but this was really difficult. I had to sit and really think about what the cards were saying. I guess there was just a lot to unpack. So the top row is the past, the middle row is the present, and the bottom row is the future. And on the sides here, we just have like the final cards, the overall message of the reading. So this top row, we have the Sun card, the Judgment card, and the Eight of Cups. I feel like when Tay and Gun first met, their relationship was definitely very carefree and childlike, very playful. But they did need to mature. Um, and I think they had to kind of leave behind this sort of naivete that they had together, um, because they may have had issues with one another that they had to sit in and really talk about. And I think that helped them progress in their friendship. Um, Currently, though, seems that they are kind of at like a standstill, or it looks like they are kind of confused and indecisive, and almost like, you see these very rocky waters in the back here. It feels like it's a little bit tumultuous. I feel like tumultuous. um, I feel like they are kind of putting on an act. That's what I felt like when I was looking at the King of Wands and the Empress. It felt like there was like this role that they were playing, to other people, and how they want it to be seen. But there's when they're in private or just by themselves together, they're completely different. Um, I feel like they're unsure of who they really want to be to each other, what they mean to each other, and what that means to them. Um, a lot of unsurety and acting currently. And I don't mean acting as in like actual acting, but them putting on a facade for other people. Now, in the future, we have the Four of Pentacles, the Lover's card, and the Knight of Cups. So, their friendship may take on a different direction, and it kind of makes sense if we're looking currently. There's this sense of, like I said, unsurety, and that might be because they have romantic feelings for each other. Again, this whole reading is for entertainment purposes only. We have no idea what's actually going on there, but I do think that in the future, there's going to be something that they're very possessive and protective of when it comes to each other. And it's going to be very private here. And since the Lover's card did pop up, which does signify, that kind of a connection, um, I think it has to do with something romantically. And then, of course, we also have the Knight of Cups. It's going to be this kind of this new flow of emotions that are coming in here. And every time I look at it, like every time I look at this card, I keep hearing the word very. It's like thick, and heavy. So whatever they're feeling for each other is definitely going to be very, very strong. But I do have a sense of worry with the Lovers card, because looking at the imagery, what I'm picking up on is that there's going to be definitely a sense of worry when it comes to either their family and friends, but really when I'm looking at the angel here, I'm feeling it probably has to do with work. So there's a lot there's a lot that they're gonna have to deal with, and it all seems to be based off of themselves, really, because then we have our final 3 cards here. We have the 8 of Swords, the 4 of Cups, and the Wheel of Fortune. And so again, we have this fear in this low self-esteem, not feeling empowered, not feeling strong within ourselves, or themselves, I should say. And it's just this running theme of indecisiveness and insecurity, even a lack of self-awareness. And there's also a stubbornness here, because we have the 4 of Cups, which there's an offering being given to Tay and Gun, but they are just so wrapped up within their own minds that they are not receiving it. And they have the Wheel of Fortune here. So this is a card of, opportunities, and there's almost like a plethora, a well of knowledge, and I feel like that is what's being offered to Taygun, and they just aren't seeing it because they're so blinded by fear. I feel like this Wheel of Fortune, the 4 of Cups, it's almost like there's outside influences that know what's going on between them. Of course, they probably didn't say anything, but they know what's happening and they want to help. But Tay and Gun just, they're just so wrapped up in, their minds and their heads, to accept what could be good for them. So this was really draining. I don't know why this was so hard for me. It was like I was just so blocked, but it did eventually come through. I don't know. Very interesting. So I feel like Taygun, definitely, they're going to have to work on becoming more courageous, work on becoming more brave, and really understand what it is they want from each other. So that's it. That's all that I have for now for Tay and Gun. Hope you enjoyed, and we'll talk later.